This is the AJ Anything Podcast. We are back and ready to rock and roll and talk about, really, we can talk about anything I want because this is the AJ Anything Podcast. Okay, this is the AJ Anything Podcast, and tonight's topic, we are going to be talking about etiquette. So that's like anything, socially acceptable, to be polite to the ones around you. Now, this isn't just any type of etiquette. This is AJ's etiquette, because we're on the AJ Anything Podcast. So we're going to be talking about the etiquette that I care about. This includes a lot of your typical, elbows off the table type etiquette, but it's a little conformed to a contemporary society of a kid who lived in Iowa all his life. So it's a little bit of everything. A few of the things we'll be talking about, shirt buttons, what types of shirts you should be wearing in certain weather conditions, pant pockets, what they should be used for, stuff like that, handshakes, sunglasses, where do you put them when you're not going to wear them, when you walk inside? I don't know. Where hats should be worn, where hats shouldn't be worn. This is a big one for me because I wear hats everywhere. And the reasons behind why hats should or shouldn't be worn in those places. So this is etiquette, AJ's etiquette. All right, so my etiquette starts off right here, where you wear your work clothes, dress clothes, and casual clothes. All right? If you're going to work, you wear your work clothes, and those are separate from your dress or your casual. So if you're going to be hard in labor in that day, then you wear your work clothes. Your dress clothes should be worn only on Sunday mornings, funerals, banquets, weddings, stuff like that. Just the big stuff is where you dress up a little bit more. Now, I abused this even in my own rules. I abused this in high school. I wore nice clothes sometimes when I didn't need to be, but now there's a set code. You only wear your dress code, your nice dress clothes then. And then your casual clothes are worn in your household or, going out for drinks on such and such a night, like a Saturday night. That's just dress clothes. But if you're going to a band, by all means, dress up. You can put on your fancy pants for that. I mean, those are fun to watch. Second off, after talking about where and when you should wear certain types of apparel, I want to make sure that unless in the AJ's etiquette, you only change clothes once a day. You only get one pair of clothes a day unless it is 30% of the material is dirty. If 30% of the material is dirty, by all means, please change your clothes because that's a mess. Nobody wants to be with you when you're dirty like that. So 30%, there's a fine line there. 30% of the material is dirty, you may change your clothes. If not, you better be working all day. You better be, dressed up all day. I don't want to see that, change in the middle there. That's just weird. Unless 30% of the material is dirty. All right, we'll move on. In AJ's etiquette, jean pants are always worn at all times. 100 degrees outside, you got your jeans on. Soaking wet outside, you got your jeans on. Wintertime, and it's 20 below, jeans. In any scenario you could possibly think of, it's jeans, except for funerals and weddings. I get it. You can put some slacks on at that point. But I won't be in slacks. That's for darn sure. I'll be in my jeans. But in the AJ's etiquette, you are permitted to wear slacks at that time. Now, shirts, I wear, you got to have your short sleeve in the summer and your long sleeve in the winter. And that's just how it is. Fall, flannel. Spring, jean jacket. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. All right. Shirt buttons. Some people don't know about this, okay? But in AJ's etiquette, there is a system within the shirt buttons. You are permitted to unbutton every single button on the shirt if you have an under t-shirt on, just a t-shirt underneath. Every button is welcome to be undone. But besides every single button being undone and you having a shirt on underneath, you're only permitted to go 3 buttons down. 3 buttons down, that's it. Because, and the third button is only to be, undone if you're in the comfort of your own home. Okay, so it's 1 button down for every other case. Obviously, all the buttons up if you're putting a tie on tight. If you have a loose tie, you can have that 1 button undone. Now, you go 2 buttons down, you surely don't have a tie on at this point. And you're just, going 2 buttons down. Now, the only shirts that you can go 2 buttons down with, and it be okay in the AJ's etiquette, is the shirts that have buttons on the collar. If your collar is buttoned down to your shirt on both sides, you are permitted to go 2 buttons down without having an under t-shirt on, okay? And this is in public, so if you're in the comfort of your own home, you can go 3 buttons down. Not 4. 4 is just too far, and then you only have an awkward 3 buttoned up right now, and it's just an awkward stage, and I don't want to put you in that position, even in your own home. So that's why it's on the AJ's etiquette. There's no need to go 4 buttons down, ever, really. So that's just the next gist in the AJ's etiquette. Let's move on. All right, so now that we're done talking about, the buttons, we need to talk about the pockets. First off, pants pocket. Your right front pant pocket, obviously jeans, got your cell phone in it. Possibly a pen or pencil. Not 2, because that just gets too crowded. Cell phone, pen or pencil. Your left front pocket is permitted to have a comb, a knife, and a flashlight. And a flash drive, but I think I edited that out after I passed 7th grade. Yeah, nobody uses flash drive anymore, but it is permitted in that pocket. Your left back pocket is permitted to house keys, and keys alone. It is typically empty, but on the off chance that you're carrying your keys on you, I always leave my keys in the car, part of the AJ etiquette thing, but if the off chance you have to bring your keys in because you're in Des Moines or something, then it'll be obviously on a carabiner, and you can toss that noose in the back pocket, the back left pocket. That's the only thing permitted in that pocket. It should typically be empty. In the back right pocket, you got your wallet and any spare cash, change, or receipts that you have gotten. That's the only thing that needs to go back there, which is quite a bit, actually. Because your wallet's got your license and such, your identifications and your credit cards and your... So it's actually quite a bit that you can have back there, but yeah. So that's the pants pockets. All right, now we need to talk about sweatshirt pockets. Open game. If you're wearing a sweatshirt, you can use that for whatever you want. All right, now shirt pockets. We're talking about the little breast pocket things. My favorite shirts are the ones with only one breast pocket on the left side, because that's the only pocket you're ever gonna need. So if you have that left pocket, if you have the left and right breast pocket, you only use the left one, and that's for pens and whatnot. I don't even know what else you would put in there. But you can, let's keep it to a minimum of just about pens, All right, the jacket pockets. Jacket pocket. You can also use the breast pocket on the jacket, but only for handkerchiefs or pocket squares. Those are the only two things that go in that jacket pocket. Now, the inside jacket pocket on the left can be your gloves, and your wallet can go there, on the left inside pocket. On the outside pockets of your jackets, nothing. Nothing gets there, except for maybe your hands. But pretty much nothing. You can put whatever you want in the right side under pocket of your jacket. All right, we're moving on to coats. Coat pockets. Keep them empty for your hands. And that's really the only rule, because coat pockets are sometimes pretty warm. All right, I think I'm done talking about pockets. Let's move on to sunglasses. Now, there are different sunglasses. There are like aviators and clubmasters, and then there's like safety glasses. First off, there's only 3 sunglasses that you should ever be wearing. Aviators, 1. Clubmasters, 2. Or, off-brands of the type, which is all I own. I just own many off-brands of each type. So you can own off-brands of aviators, off-brands of clubmasters, and safety glasses. Now, if you're wearing aviators or clubmasters, when you take them off, don't put them on your head or over your hat or anything like that. You tuck them in, right by your sternum there, on the, I don't know how to describe that. You put them on your shirt, basically. Put them on your shirt and they hang there, I really don't have words to describe what else you can do. I'm trying to think of how I would word that, but you just put them on your shirt, and not in the pocket. We already talked about what the pockets are for. Put them on the shirt, like right in the middle, where the V is, and you just let them hang there. That's where the aviators and the clubmasters go. But if you have safety glasses, it would look really weird for you to have safety glasses right there. So you put them over your head or on your hat. That is where you put safety glasses. All these look pretty nice, Sunglasses in general, great pieces to wear on your person. That's about all I have for sunglasses. So let's move on. All right. I understand we're kind of jumping around here, but we're going to go to the car right now. So what happens in the car, there are certain roles for each seat. The driver seat is for the driver. He controls the temperature of the car. In my car, it is always blazing hot. I mean, I crank that puppy all the way up and full blast, full ride. But the driver chooses the temperature, so it doesn't matter. You can do freezing cold car. I don't know why you would ever want that, but you can have a freezing cold car if you wanted, if you were the driver. All right, passenger seat, that is the navigator and the music guy. However, if the driver doesn't enjoy the music that he is providing, the music role transfers to the driver's seat. But originally, when entering the car, it is the passenger's responsibility to play good music for the driver and to navigate the driver where he's going. Any backseaters, typically there's like 1 or 2. They're, snack distributor and chief. They can fight amongst each other who gets what. But if there's only one guy back there, snack distributor and chief of the car. He makes all the rules and the specifications. And he also has the power to edit the roles of the rules in the vehicle. So if he wants to, he can be the aux guy. He's the chief. What are you going to say? No, chief? No. That's just weird. So, yeah. Those are the rules of the car. That's AJ's etiquette while in the vehicle. Okay, so we're getting out of the car and we're going into a building. What is the etiquette while meeting people? Okay, here's the deal. Handshakes is what you use when you greet people or meet people. So I really don't know about women. I don't know if you should handshake them off the get-go. What I do know is that you do handshake a woman if she has a boyfriend and your boyfriend is introducing you to her. That is when you handshake a woman. That's the only context that I know. I'm not sure if it's right or wrong to just off the bat when you meet a girl, you handshake. I don't really know. I don't have much experience in that area. But when handshaking a man, for sure, man-to-man contact here, it should be very obvious whether you want to continue a conversation with him or you're just greeting him in passing. Okay? So this is what it looks like in AJ's etiquette, okay? So if you want to further a conversation with someone, you slide in there deep and hard with that hand, make good eye contact, and you're standing at this point. You're not walking or moving at all besides that hand and those eyes. You know, they got to be connected. And that's it as far as a greeting, and then you can go into your conversation as more of a greeting than anything. But if it is a handshake in passing and you're just greeting each other, movement the whole time. Keep your feet moving. Break that eye contact as soon as you make it. So you go in for the handshake. It's firm, obviously, nice and hard, right in there. You make eye contact. But you break that eye contact immediately, let go of the hands, and keep on going on your different ways, your separate ways. And make sure that, it's just got to be known that you're not going to have a conversation. This is just a greeting. I hate that awkwardness between handshake and possibly moving on, but could possibly stay and have a conversation. Just make it clear. Okay? Okay. I think we've heard enough of my mumbling on and on about random etiquette topics, but here we are. The final AJ's etiquette topic, the most important. Well, actually, all these are equally important. This one just is a little bit more important. Not much, but we'll see. Hats. I've heard of taking your hat off any place that you are to eat. So if you went home, you would take your hat off going into the door. If you were going to go to a restaurant, like a fancy restaurant, you would take your hat off before going in. Go into a bar, take your hat off before entering. Going to school, take your hat. That's bollocks. That is a load of bollocks. You don't take your hat off when you're going to eat, where you're going to eat. But where you do take your hats off is where the United States of America flag is presented. That is where you take your hat off, If you're entering a room and there's a flag upright and present, you better take your hat off because that's an important room right there, okay? So that is where you take your hat off. That and anytime a woman enters the presence of you, then you take your hat off right then and there. Also, in prayer or prophecy, which I already went over in a different topic, then you take your hat off then too. And, prayer and prophecy, prayer could be worship as well, You're giving it to God. But anyway, I already talked about that topic, but those are the only times you take off your hat. In the presence of a flag, through prayer or prophecy, or when a woman enters your presence. What a way to end. This is the AJ Anything Podcast.